right? Only 35% of Americans have a positive view of Elon Musk. 53% view him negatively, and 12% felt it would be inappropriate to respond because they are currently pregnant with one of his children. Sales of Teslas are way down all around the world, and so for the first time, this company that famously doesn't buy commercials released their first ever commercial.
I love Tesla.
With endless custom designs, make your own mark, set the night on fire, and lead the parade.
Why are some Tesla owners suddenly trying to hide their cars? Elon Musk's popularity seems to be plummeting. His own daughter wants no ties with him, and now Jimmy Kimmel has unleashed a merciless roast. He took aim at Musk's political donations, chaotic family life, and the growing uncertainty around Tesla's reputation. And let's just say, Elon didn't take it quietly. Between his heated comeback and the bigger scandals brewing around him, this might be one of the toughest hits to his public image so far. Stay tuned as we unpack all of it, because Jimmy Kimmel just went after Musk, and his response was anything but measured.
Then we have our bromander-in-chief, Elon Musk, who is reportedly planning to give $100 million to 2 Trump super PACs. And I'm sure the gift has nothing to do with the fact that Trump had a press conference to tell us about Tesla's low finance options. Has a quid ever been pro-quoed more than this one? The guy in charge of government efficiency just spent $100 million to sell Trump a $90,000 car.
Jimmy Kimmel pulled no punches when criticizing Elon Musk's most recent political maneuver, accusing him of an obvious quid pro quo with Donald Trump. With his trademark wit, Kimmel noted how Musk's hefty $100 million donation to Trump's super PACs lined up almost too perfectly with Trump endorsing Tesla's financing deals. The coincidence was glaring, and Kimmel didn't miss a beat in mocking how absurd it looked. According to Axios, Musk's contribution isn't merely large, it's a record breaker, both in scale and timing. It raises major questions about how much sway billionaires like Musk hold over US politics. During the previous election cycle, Musk reportedly spent more than $290 million on political causes, twice as much as George Soros spent on Democratic efforts, per CNN. And Kimmel's kicker, he joked that if Biden did the same thing with Soros and the ACLU, Republicans would be in absolute uproar.
Sure that if Joe Biden had put George Soros in charge of the government, and then George had given Joe $100 million in exchange for hopping into a new Kia Soros, Republicans would have been very cool with it. 2 thumbs up from Fox News, right? Only 35% of Americans have a positive view.
The comparison is striking because it's accurate. When Musk donates to Trump, it's hailed as a savvy business strategy and a salute to free market principles. But when Soros funds Democrats, it's painted as part of a grand conspiracy. This blatant double standard is hard to miss, and Musk keeps capitalizing on his shifting political connections. Not too long ago, liberals hailed Tesla for pioneering green energy and tech innovation. Now, as Musk aligns himself with Trump, he's winning over a different audience, one that once scoffed at electric cars. And it's not just politics at play here, it's also a strategic business choice. NPR reports that Tesla's sales among Republican-leaning consumers have risen since Musk became more vocal in conservative circles, while progressive buyers are backing away. What used to be a symbol of eco-friendly luxury has evolved into a political declaration, but is Musk simply playing the political game, or is there a deeper motive behind his financial backing of Trump? Kimmel's jokes resonate because they hint at real-world outcomes. Although Musk often criticizes government interference, Tesla has benefited greatly from federal tax credits and subsidies. A Trump administration could mean relaxed regulations for EV manufacturing, additional government aid for SpaceX, and policies favoring Musk's ambitions in AI and energy. Then there's social media. Musk owns X, formerly Twitter, and a Trump presidency, brimming with controversies and headline-grabbing moments, could generate enormous engagement and ad revenue on the platform. More Trump tweets mean more traffic on X, which ultimately boosts Musk's profits. In short, this isn't about simple loyalty, it's about securing power. Musk isn't just giving money to Trump, he's backing a political landscape that supports his business empire. But while Musk plays big league politics, Kimmel aimed for his personal life next. And let's just say, some members of Musk's own family tree aren't exactly celebrating him. Why are a few of his relatives stepping away from him? And how did Jimmy Kimmel turn Musk's ever-expanding list of children into one of his sharpest jabs yet? Let's dive in.
Right? Only 35% of Americans have a positive view of Elon Musk. 53% view him negatively, and 12% felt it would be inappropriate to respond because they are currently pregnant with one of his children.
Jimmy Kimmel didn't stop at Elon Musk's political connections. He also took direct aim at his private life. He joked that 12% of Americans were too busy being pregnant with Musk's children to answer polling questions about him. Beyond the laugh, the remark echoed a growing sentiment. Musk's approach to fatherhood appears more like a numbers game than an emotional bond. Musk has never lived by traditional norms. While other billionaires might blow their fortunes on mega yachts and luxury getaways, he's more preoccupied with boosting the human population, child by child. As of now, the Tesla chief has at least 14 confirmed children with multiple partners, including musician Grimes and Neuralink executive Shivon Zilis. He's openly stated that declining birth rates pose humanity's greatest danger, and his solution: have as many kids as he can. But it's not just the sheer quantity that raises eyebrows, it's the pattern. People magazine revealed that Musk recently welcomed his fourth child with Shivon Zilis, a key figure at Neuralink. In other words, he's not just employing top-tier talent, he's also building families with them. If that weren't dramatic enough, his decision to have twins with Zilis in 2021 was reportedly kept hidden from Grimes, who discovered it through the press. Just think about it. One of the planet's richest men, the mastermind plotting a Mars colony, can't prevent his personal life from turning into tabloid fodder.
Say working on the Starship rocket down at South Texas, and I'm just staying in my little house by myself.
Kimmel's barb stings because it's rooted in reality. Musk's standpoint on having children isn't merely personal, it's political. He's repeatedly warned of an impending population collapse and insists that wealthy, smart individuals should be reproducing more. While some admire him as a forward thinker, others call him reckless. And even as he doubles down on his mission to rescue humanity, not everyone in his family shares his enthusiasm. Elon's father, Elon Musk, hasn't pulled any punches in critiquing his son's parenting style. In an interview with E! News, he bluntly stated that Elon isn't a good dad, accusing him of being too focused on his corporate empire to properly raise a family. If Musk's own father is sounding the alarm, that's pretty telling. But the harshest rejection came from Musk's daughter, Vivian Jenna Wilson. In 2022, she legally changed her name, dropping Musk entirely and making it clear she wanted no part of him. Her reason: his rightward political shift and his anti-LGBTQ stance. Instead of reflecting on it, Musk attributed her estrangement to what he termed the woke mind virus. The irony is hard to miss. A man who believes he's saving civilization by fathering as many children as possible has a biological child who wants zero involvement with him. While his biggest fans see him as a groundbreaking thinker forging a legacy, others see a distant transactional approach. And then there's the ethical dilemma. Musk is fathering children with high-ranking employees at his own company. When the globe's wealthiest man is both your employer and the parent of your kids, can there ever truly be an equal power dynamic?
Of course, no one has caused more chaos than Elon Musk's Doge and his geek Gestapo. In only... that is the sound of Tesla sales plummeting.
I'm not buying another Tesla, ever. He can be the richest man in the world, but I'm not going to help contribute to that.
How are you running your other businesses?
With great difficulty.
Millions of young people cannot stand Elon Musk, and those are just his kids.
Is Elon Musk losing his grip or simply his cool? Recently, he's been under fire. Government layoffs, bizarre online tirades, and a surprising shift among his once loyal fan base. And now Stephen Colbert has entered the picture, making the situation even more volatile by mocking Musk on national TV. Colbert didn't mince words, calling out everything from Musk's political entanglements to his growing list of offspring. Let's just say, Musk didn't take it well. Let's explore how it all blew up and Stephen Colbert just insulted Elon Musk, and Elon lost it.
Of course, no one has caused more chaos than Elon Musk's Doge and his geek Gestapo. In only... that is the sound of Tesla sales plummeting.
Elon Musk is all about breaking norms. That's his modus operandi. Tear down systems, rewrite the rules, and somehow convince everyone it's pure genius. And for a time, that approach worked. He made electric cars hip, launched rockets into space, and turned Twitter into its current odd state. But now, his innovations look a lot like mass layoffs, political maneuvering, and an ailing Tesla. As Stephen Colbert pointed out, Musk's latest move is the biggest source of chaos right now. No, it's not the Doge meme coin or a new government streamlining department. It's about slashing government spending. The result? Tens of thousands of Americans suddenly without jobs. This all traces back to a Trump executive order empowering Doge to cut federal jobs. Musk ran with it hard. The CDC let go of so many employees, they had to send apology emails asking 180 of them to come back. Imagine waking up jobless only to receive a "we messed up, please return" message weeks later. That's why Musk got booed on Colbert's show. Meanwhile, the Department of Veterans Affairs, which had just hit record service levels, is also losing staff. Doge is moving so fast that some agencies aren't even sure who's in charge anymore. Here's the big twist. While Musk demands the government become more efficient, his own companies collect billions in federal money. SpaceX alone has amassed over $17 billion in contracts, and Tesla thrived off subsidies that launched it to EV dominance. Even X, Musk's social media lab experiment, is tied to the government through digital infrastructure contracts. But if cutting government costs is really the priority, why aren't his companies the first to forfeit federal funds? Why are dedicated public servants suddenly jobless, while Musk continues to benefit from the very tax dollars he claims to be saving? That's the real meaning of efficiency here. Musk is making sure Doge primarily benefits his own empire. And about that empire, Tesla is in serious trouble. The numbers don't lie. Sales have plunged in China, Germany, and across Europe. In some places, Tesla's market share has fallen by over 70% in just a year. Meanwhile, a major Chinese rival is enjoying record sales while Tesla struggles. Starlink often gets overlooked, but it's supposed to deliver low-latency, high-speed internet. This isn't just a rocky quarter, it's a massive hit to Musk's image. For years, he was Tesla's main selling point. His reputation alone made people see the company as cutting edge. Now, his image is turning into Tesla's biggest liability. Those who once viewed Tesla as a progressive, eco-friendly choice are distancing themselves due to Musk's politics, his demeanor, and his growing involvement in Washington. They're walking away, and competitors are jumping at the opportunity. But Tesla isn't the only one feeling the heat. As Musk expands his influence beyond tech and into politics, is he actually alienating the very audience that turned him into a cultural icon? With an expanding roster of enemies, even inside his own circle, has his reputation been hit so hard that even he can't fully recover? Let's dig a bit deeper. Elon Musk has always been a controversial figure. For years, he was the visionary billionaire, the man with grand ideas, the mastermind who sent a car into space just because he could. But recently, his public image has been taking one blow after another.
Turns out, randomly firing a lot of Americans isn't that popular with a lot of Americans. One new poll found that 58% oppose laying off large numbers of government workers, and a different poll of 18 to 34-year-olds found that 71% disapprove of Doge.
Musk's approval ratings have fallen off a cliff. A national survey shows 58% of Americans disapprove of his aggressive government layoffs. More telling, though, is how fast he's losing younger supporters. One poll found that 71% of people aged 18 to 34 reject Doge. This was once the core demographic that saw Musk as a trailblazer, disrupting industries, making electric vehicles cool, and dreaming of Mars. Now, they're fed up, and it's not hard to see why. Musk has morphed from the quirky billionaire pushing boundaries to a political figure who's ostracizing those who once admired him. The widespread public sector firings, erratic Twitter posts, and close ties with global power brokers paint him more as a cold-hearted CEO slashing jobs for profit than an inspired tech visionary. Even Trump's approval has dipped slightly because of Doge backlash, but Musk's took an even bigger hit. One poll shows that while Trump holds on to a loyal base, Musk's disapproval ratings among younger voters are skyrocketing. His favorability is in free fall, and even many Republicans, normally all for cutting government spending, are uneasy with the level of power he's wielding. That's why Colbert's punchline struck such a chord. He pointed out that millions of younger Americans have grown to despise Elon Musk, then immediately followed it with,
Yes, millions of young people cannot stand Elon Musk, and those are just his kids.
The crowd erupted in laughter, but there was a serious undertone. Musk's personal life is increasingly turning into a public circus, compounding his reputation issues. At 53, Musk is the father of 14 children. That number alone is surprising, but the intricate family web is even more so. His daughter, Vivian Wilson, publicly distanced herself from him in 2022, legally changing her name and openly stating she wants no connection with her biological father. Recently, she's called him pathetic on social media, accusing him of being largely absent. And it's not just her. His own father, Elon Musk, has criticized his parenting, saying he's neglectful. On top of that, Musk's personal relationships have repeatedly made headlines, including multiple high-profile splits, one of which was with Grimes, the mother of 3 of his children. For any public figure, personal chaos can be damaging. For Musk, it's like throwing gasoline on an already burning fire. The man who once seemed larger than life, almost invincible in his brilliance, is increasingly showing very real human flaws, and the cracks in his empire are beginning to show.